Well, with today's vlog, car's gone away. I've also been asked to talk about coronavirus. And, well, I'm going to sort of show you how it sort of affected my life here in Australia. Now, I live in the outskirts suburbs of Melbourne in Australia, and it's summer, or it's just finished summer, so we're now going into autumn, and it's still quite hot, mind you. This week we've got, you know, high 20s, low 30s for weather-wise. So it's not like it's cold and winter like some other parts of the world, and it's not like it's you know, middle of summer like here in Australia, because usually we have bushfires and, you know, 45 degree days and all that kind of stuff. But I'm going to show you what the coronavirus has affected me and my normal daily stuff that I do. And to start off with, it's always in my pocket now, a little hand sanitizer. I don't leave home without it usually now, and yeah. Well, I'm now off to my local supermarket to have a look at the state of the shelves at my local supermarket. Now, today is a Tuesday, from what I understand, and it's not like it's the start of the week, but it's not like it's the end of the week either. So there should be something on the shelves. Let's have a look. All the tin tuna's gone, and this is all the noodles. Into baked beans. There's nothing. This is all tin vegetables. The rice goes into pasta sauce. This is all that's left of pasta sauce, and this is what's left of pasta. But the funny thing is, a lot of the burritos and the Mexican stuff is all still in stock. Stock and gravy, and no salt. No salt at all. And there's still some spices though, which is a good thing. Then we look at the other side of the aisle. This is the breakfast food. Absolutely decimated. There is nothing. Pick mixes, flour and sugar. People must be making a lot of cakes. And then canned fruit. I can see the appeal of canned fruit though. Cordial. All the cordial is basically empty. With fruit juice. Long life fruit juice. Empty too. There's a few Primas, which is alright, but none of the Coles brand ones. And then we look at soy milk. Now there are people that are lactose intolerant, but there's a little bit of soy milk and stuff like that here. There's none of the Coles brand down there. Long life milk has been gone quite some time. There's a little bit of sweetened condensed and evaporative milk, and then the Vicky section. Yeah, it's pretty much half empty, I would say. Not totally. Some teas. Teas are alright. Oh no, there we go. Big empty spot. And the crackers. Crackers are about the same as well. Let's have a look at our coffee. Most of the instant stuff is full. Oh, there's half. Carbonated soft drink and blocked chocolate. A little bit empty. Not as empty as it could be. A lot of canned stuff's all gone. And lollies. But half empty. Now, chips. Now they're all starting to get into the chips. They're about half empty. Or maybe a little over half empty. Yeah, I'll take that back. They're really almost completely empty. If you want water, there's a pallet of water. And a lot of bottled water. But if you've got a sniffly nose, that's a different story altogether. That's all sort of out of stock. It also brings us into nappies. If you're a baby, you're going to be looking at cloth for a while, because these are empty. And then it comes down to the wipes. The wipe section is pretty empty too. There's none at all. But the funny thing is, baby food is full. What are you feeding the kids? There's nothing. If you don't feed the kids, they're not going to use the nappies. So this should have been emptied first. Well, there's a few, but not that many gone. So, yeah. Bit of a few empty spots, but not completely empty. So people aren't worried about their hair or their makeup in this coronavirus period. But when you come down to medications, now this is where usually all the Panadol and the Nurofen and all the shelf supermarket range you can usually get sit. So a little bit empty. But then you come down to what I would expect to have been completely decimated is all the multivitamins. I would have expected this to have already gone, because people need vitamins when they don't get food. Yeah, there's not very many empty spots in the deodorant, so everybody's going to stink when the world comes to an end. Feminine hygiene products, yeah, sorry girls, they're all gone. And then we come over to soap. Now, you've got like body washes. Now, if you didn't know, you can actually use body wash as hand soap. But it'll leave your hands a little bit more moisturised, but that's a good thing, isn't it? Unless you've got Palmolive. That's another one we can look at. So then, oral care. Yeah, unless you've got sensitive teeth, everything else is pretty much gone. It's a bit of a mystery. But it comes around to the spot that has been empty for the longest. Since before I went on holidays at the start of January, or sorry, end of January. This has been empty for so long, I don't think they've even had any stock ever put back on the shelves. This is the hand sanitizer and soap area. So there's no soap and there's no hand sanitizer. Right, so the Mortein and the insect spray down the bottom is usually where all the cheap stuff is. It's empty, but you can still get your airy guards and your bug bombs and all that kind of stuff. That's alright. Then we come over to garbage bags. And it's all of a bit of a mismatch of nothing really, unless you've got those size bins. It's not going to be any good for you. Then we come into air fresheners, toilet cleaners, and Glen 20. And Glen 20 wipes, or Dettol wipes. Yep. none yet. House cleaners, next section, is about 50% of what's left. None of the stuff that we usually buy yet. Then we go over to laundry, wool washers, and fabric softeners. A few of them are there, a few of them are empty. And then we go into laundry wash, and that's been decimated completely. Laundry soakers, on the other hand, there's about 50% there. You've got your, up the top you've got your laundry sanitizers. There's only one bottle left up there. More cleaners, empty shelves. Now, this is the area where we didn't have, but they're all out now. For sensitive hands, you can use these as hand wash. If you wanted to, in a pinch. But looks like dishwashers are going to be able to survive in the new civilization that will come out of the coronavirus. So puppies and kitties might be needing to start eating the human food. Luckily I picked up what was on special last week for Patrick, but all the kitty stuff is all empty. Now, this is where the toilet paper is supposed to begin, and this is also where it also ends, because there isn't any. So, unfortunately, all those people that have sensitive bums can't get any toilet paper for their loo. So, if you've got an old phone book, I suggest you start letting your fingers do the walking and use the yellow pages. The ends. Yes, there is a limit of 2 per customer when they have them in stock. And then the frozen chips. And this is sort of like a... well, they've got some. But the good thing is, their dairy case and freezer load is just turned up. Excellent work, people. Excellent work. A little bit empty, but that's okay. And nobody wants ice cream at this time. If I was bored at home, I'd be sitting with Netflix and eating ice cream. Dairy case, or the small goods case. The bacon and stuff at the bottom is all out of stock. But you can get your sandwich meats, which is probably a good thing. Then you've got your yogurts, mostly full, except for the big packs at the bottom. And then cream, fairly good. Where chicken usually is where they've got thighs and breasts and wings and whole birds. Sort of a little bit empty right now. And then we come around to the special bay, where they usually have things that are special. A bit empty. Then the lamb. It then goes into the pork. A little bit of pork, but not very much. And then it goes into the beef. And then down into the cuts. And then into the mince. And that's all there is. It's sausages. And the meat patties usually live. But if you're a vegetarian or vegan that likes the new vegan meat options, they've got that stuff. There's a bit here. You can get your leg of picnic ham. These are the ones that I like to cook and put in the baked oven. They're really good. They're better than getting the whole leg, because the shoulder is a smaller and more tense meat. But then you go onto your fish and there's nothing here. Also, Skippy's gone. Usually they have kangaroo meat, and that's all gone too. Cheapy pizzas are gone. But the gourmet ones we've done some tests on, which I quite liked. That one's a nice one. Not so bad. This one's a nice one too, the sweet chili one. And look, they've still got them in stock. So, if you like your pizza, but not the cheapy ones, they're here. But then you get into your pasta, your Latina fresh pastas, a little bit empty. And then they've got all these meal ones that are already ready to go. They're usually about this rate anyway. So if you want a ready to eat meal, Coles has got you. Just not the big lasagnas. Just a bummer. Let's have a look. We've got some potatoes, some onions, some potatoes and no onions. Then you've got some cantaloupes, which, you know, $2 each. That's pretty good. Well, I wouldn't mind a bit of cantaloupe. But yes, there are some tomatoes. There are some apples. There's some pumpkin. You can't get your big bags of carrots, but you can get them loose. It's alright. You got some beans, some peppers, bell peppers or capsicum or whatever you want to call them. Got apples. There's some bok choy and pak choy. Then some leeks and some cauliflowers and some asparagus and some broccoli. You got your bananas, don't forget them. You got kale and silver beet. So it's not like it's completely empty. There is some stock here. It's full of stock too. So it's not like it's completely empty. But there's not a wide variety of stuff that there used to be. This is my shop at Coles today. I've only been able to get a loaf of bread, which is what I was after. But I couldn't get my toilet paper, I couldn't get my hand sanitizer, I couldn't get my soap wash. Yeah, there's quite a few things that I haven't been able to get. But there's a lot still here. So, if you want fruit and veg, fresh stuff, no meat, and you're a vegetarian or you want a ready to eat meal, these guys have got you. But if you want to wipe your bum or put a nappy on a baby, not quite.